last week we said a few things, and I think the first thing we said was that we still see AI as a huge opportunity for the industry, and we still see even upside on the short term. So I think AI has been with us now for a couple of years, and it's created a lot of excitement. And like all our peers in the industry, I do believe that AI will bring tremendous opportunity for this industry. So that's the first thing we have said. So I said on the long term, AI is going to build up a real strong opportunity for the industry. Now, on the short term, I think you're aware of that. Not everyone is surfing yet on the AI wave. I think some companies have been doing extremely well. Of course, NVIDIA comes to mind, TSMC, because they are providing the first one, the product, the second one, the process that is going to manufacture the product. So they're very strong. I think you see, and I'm sure you will see that in the weeks to come, a very, very strong demand. Now, what we also said is that not every semiconductor manufacturer is involved in AI. Some of them are doing chips for more traditional application, mobile, PC, automotive, and that part of the market is not, recovering as quickly as we hoped.
Right.
And it does recover, so we see progress, and people are reporting that. But it's slower maybe than a lot of us expected. And I would say that concerns quite a few companies. All the companies, in fact, that today are not directly benefiting from the AI boost. That's a bit the split of the market we see today, at least.
Does that mean that we shouldn't expect a full recovery until 2026?
Well, that's always very difficult to say because, this is something we watch every quarter. Last week people were maybe a bit disappointed that we didn't give more heads up, but that's something we just keep watching. And, in the last 3 months, for example, we have seen that people were starting to push the brake. When do they start to push the accelerator again? We don't know because, when you become cautious, it usually takes a bit of time before you look at the longer term again. But, long term, we see growth. We see tremendous opportunity, which means that at some point of time, this has to come. 2025, by the way, we still see as a growth year for the industry, for ASML. The growth is not as high as I think a lot of people expected by then, but still a growth year. We also expect 26 to be a growth year, but it's too early to quantify that in very high accuracy or very high precision.